The kiss of Judas, the epitome of deception and betrayal, unless, like us, you know the shattering feeling of duplicit acts like a friend leaving your birthday party early in favor of seeing Twilight New Moon with her mom at the cinema. However, we all know the feeling of betrayal like the sorrowful side of the coin of practical jokes ripping holes in your stomach and sweet boy faith. And we all know where it comes from, meanie apostates who spit in the face of the chubby puppy chocolate lab in the sky and his Sunday's best with a picked flower for mommy, aka the god of the sweet boys. But the how and the why of betrayal is not the paint by numbers we wish it were. They're as hectic as paint by swarm of bees. However, they always have a common thread because whether it's a spiteful man tattling to buff, glistening senators about a nomad helping sex workers with D&D magic just because this bearded dude would only give up the kissy once, or it's a fake-ass Tigers fan eating up your ramen stock, tricking you and your friends into the city equivalent of Hole Trap covered with leaves only to impress some crazen-headed street illusionist. No matter what the betrayal, it'll for sure involve a crucifixion. Just hope to God there's a resurrection after your double crossing, but these mics are bouts to get double crossed, for my name is James.
I'm Nicole.
And this is Mostly Speakin Sentai. Guys, like I said, my name's James, and this is Mostly Speakin Sentai. And every single week, because it's Carranger, we're coming to you with a traffic safety advice. So to this week, I say you must stop at a red light no matter what. Unless you're colorblind, then you can do whatever the hell you want. Hey, yo, rules don't apply to you if they're color-coded rules, that is. Oh, the terror alert is orange? Who cares, boy? You go out and rip open mails without a care. You ain't gonna get anthrax. And that was much better than the one that I had written down, because that one was, or you're going to jail, eternal jail, that is. God hates traffic misfits as much as they hate cows boiled in milk. God hates that shit. Because it could be like the baby cow and the mother cow being boiled into each other. It's real messed up, guys.
Same.
And to across the side of the room in the kitty corner. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That's the other corner.
Yeah.
We have my beautiful queen, my co-host, aka the host with the most, Nicole.
Hey.
Nicole, how you freaking doing?
I feel like this podcast has become a chronicling of our descent into madness.
Yeah, bam, 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 bam.
So...
Go off, queen.
Yesterday I had a meltdown about being scared to go outside. I don't know. I feel like I'm on the spot now.
No, you don't need to talk about it.
I don't know. I just was talking to texting coworkers and talking about getting back to work, and then it just kind of like the reality of it just kind of really sank in, and I freaked out because I was like, I'm gonna go to work and then I'll probably get sick and then I'll probably die, or what if I don't, but then James gets it and then he dies. And then
I'd thank you. That's the greatest gift you could give me.
So yeah, and then I got real sad.
You say you melted down. I like to say you juiced out, because it's all your sadness just getting juiced out of you.
Gross.
You know, you put you in a
your
juicer.
Sadness juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, start calling depression just cries, falling asleep or on the bedroom floor saying, I just love you so much. And then you're crying. Call that you're getting sadness juiced.
Yeah.
Juiced out, baby. I did a flex muscle because that's getting juiced as well.
Wow. Impressive.
Oh, yeah. You like this muscle that I don't work out? I pointed at my friggin' brain.
Whoa.
Oh, I do
dumb as
Sudoku. And I don't know how to do Sudoku.
You don't work it
I know.
out.
I'm saying because I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
You can go to the gym and just sit down and not do anything.
But still say you go to the gym.
Yeah, I do Sudoku. I pick it up with a pencil and say, should probably read the rules on this. I skip the tutorials.
Man. I've been working on a secret store for my Patreon, and it's so cute.
It's a secret.
And I'm excited to release it soon.
The mock-up she's doing is super kawaii.
No.
Yeah, it's Gwen Stafani.
No.
Didn't someone ask you, do you have like Jennifer Stephanie? Was that at Reckless that someone asked you that?
Oh my God. Yes, I totally forgot about that. No, I'm pretty sure I had to have talked about that on here.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, no, it was like Gwen Stefani or like something fucking ridiculous.
Do you have Jennifer Stephanie?
It was.
Yeah, guys. But Nicole, we've been playing Animal Crossing.
We have.
And last night you were like, hey, I'm not going to Animal Cross until later in the evening. So you time traveled.
Yeah.
And
so I could catch bugs.
And those bugs, when you were catching them, you're probably planning on selling them?
Yeah.
Oh, did you possibly get $250,000 bells for them? Because that's ambush style, Nicole. That's how much you time traveling cost me. My turnip spoiled because of it. The 250.
Because you went backwards?
Yeah, I guess when you go backwards, your turnips spoil.
What?
So I lost 250,000 bells.
What?
Yeah, Nicole.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I guess you can go forward as long as you don't go to past your Sunday with them. But if you go backwards, they spoil. So I woke up.
I'm so sorry.
I woke up and I was like, you want to know what? I'm going to check my storage because I got a bunch of stuff from Nook Mails to make my stuff. I'm going for a wooden cabin feeling for my home. And I got those and I was like, okay, I'm going to put these into storage and then start, figure out what the hot item is today, which it's like a grass bed, which it's only like 20 things. And I go in right away and I see all my turnips browned. And I'm like, how the fuck? And I was like, fuck, did we accidentally go? Are we a week in advance? But I was like, no, all we changed was the hour setting to go back like 6 hours. And then I reset it and I was like, okay, well, maybe if I go back to Monday, they'll be fine. They were not. And then I was like, well, so I had some like vindictive type things. Feeling at first. Well, hold on.
Do it. Even technically, you did it.
Okay, but I did this for you.
Yeah.
But
you did it.
At first, I was thinking like, hey, we got the cat Mitzi came, and Nicole was very excited. I was like, I'm gonna just start hitting her with I
don't care. That's not gonna do anything.
Thing. And I was going to start talking to her and see if I could say like, hey, you shouldn't move here. Darling is bad. That wasn't a chance.
God, you bitch.
Then I thought, you want to know what? I'll buy some fancy stuff.
Hey, you know what? Nicole just had a fucking mental breakdown. How about we just fuck up the one reprieve she has from everything?
And then I thought, I will go buy some fancy stuff, head up to the northeast corner of our town and give them to Beardo. So he'll want to stay.
Doesn't matter. I can still kick his ass.
Yeah, I know,
out.
because you found out about the amiibo card thing.
Yeah, baby.
But then I was like, you want to know what? This is actually good for me. Because I no longer have the burden of plugging in something which shorted out the power strip, which made you lose your hammerhead shark, which I took stats. A hammerhead shark is 8,000 bells.
Well, now you know how I felt.
Well, okay, but Hammerhead is 8,000 bells. You can get it from June through September. That is 3 months you can get it in.
Okay, but I've literally never caught a hammerhead shark except for that one time.
But it's because they're only available like late. So some places were saying 4 p.m. to 9 a.m., but other places were saying 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. So that's probably why. I bet I could get, and I would love to do a stream of this, I bet I could get a hammerhead shark.
Ass.
Yeah, you said ass. I bet I could get a hammerhead shark quicker in City Folk than you could get 250,000 bells in New Horizon. And this would just be a fun stream.
Wow.
But then I realized, like, oh, the hammerhead shark thing can be cleared from my consciousness, even though if you'd pass away, I will still try and get you that. Or maybe for anniversary, I'm like, Nicole, I got you a hammerhead shark. And then you said, yeah, I know. We streamed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my morning of just feeling devastated. And then I told Tyler, Bergquest MC Deep, and he said, ooh, y'all's cheaters. And I was like, y'all's? Fucking y'all's? I think you mean Nicole. Because I also, it was weird.
Not cheating. We even went backwards.
Yeah. On How Did This Get Played when they did Animal Crossing, Zacharino explained, because they were like, oh, wow, that seems like cheating. But then Zacharino was like, well, there are people out there that work late shift. So if you want to check your island all the time, you might not be able to, you know, like, or even people who work like from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. There's a lot of things that are closed and that you can't do during that time. So yes, change your internal clock. So yeah, that was our days, guys. Nicole scared that we are going to die, and me, my turnip spoiled. Equal in importance. For real, I bought like 4,800 turnips. Yeah, it was. But then, what's his face? MC Deep said, you can get ants now because ants only come around spoiled turnips. And I was like, yeah, I'll get ants and I will sell them all. I will not give any to Blathers.
You want ants because that's how you get ants.
Yeah. Yes, that was you, Nicole. You gave me ants. So we'll always have to, if we ever want to time travel, just make sure no turnips. Because that's I guess the only repercussion of it.
Fuck.
What? After I gave you, well, I guess we exchanged that, but I bought all the. No, I really don't care. Except in the moment, because then I was like, yes, this is the week that I will be able to I'll be able to play the stock market real good.
I'm gonna cry again.
Don't. Why? And then Tyler said, yo, man,
I feel
this is also like Tyler's capitalistic, he's like, yo, man, I'll throw you 1,000,000 bells. I got more than them. And I was like, what? He just has millions. He's a millionaire, multi. That he can just give me 1,000,000 bells and not think. No, I said, no, I don't want that. You're like, you fucking ass.
Fucking ass.
This is Pied Piper all over again. All right, Nicole, we want to get into our fan questions?
I don't know. Will they make me depressed?
No. So I asked on Twitter because, we want to invite people in, and also we can't have guests. So we're reaching out to people, and I asked everyone, I said, hey, I have a question for the Toku community. Hitting pianos. What would be the dumbest or most absurd Sentai motif that hasn't already been done? And I was going to give examples, but then Nicole said, don't do that. It might confuse people. But I did add in the goofier, the better, because I didn't want people to just be like, fucking dinosaurs again. And I tried steering away from that. And luckily, no one gave stupid. I mean, like, in reality, these would be stupid, but no one gave like stupid answers. So, Nicole, well, I'll read off a few and then you think of yours because I got mine. It would just be ridiculously dumb for mine. But we're going to kick it off real cool style with It Takes number 2, Toku, you know, Stephen Kregel, baby. Go check them out on YouTube. It Takes Two to Toku. They said Super Sentai Vegetable Squad. Red Ranger, a tomato. Blue Ranger, eggplant. Oh, make me wet, daddy.
That's purple.
Well, it doesn't matter. Purple's just blue and red mixed together. Green is cabbage. Yellow, squash. And pink radish, which now that I think tomato's technically a fruit, guys. Should have done, I was going to say radish. Is radish a root vegetable? Oh, a root vegetable. Never mind. I was going to say, but what's a red vegetable? I'm thinking, but I can't.
Pepper.
Wait, peppers? Oh, a red pepper. Okay. I thought you meant like grounded up peppercorns.
Yes.
I was like,
peppercorns.
Yeah.
Is what I said.
Can you get pepper on the cob? Give it to me, baby. Like a little otter beaver. Nicole, laugh in the mic.
No.
You're always bent over, laughing in your arm on the table. I got to take that table away from you. And then next, we got Duo Grunfox. You're back, Grunfox. We missed you. Grunfox. We love you. He said swimsuits. Did not give any more. He just said swimsuits, which is magical.
Okay.
And then I was like, here are some examples. And I was thinking, they literally, the suits of them are just swimsuits. You can see their skin.
Yeah.
It's not like a full body morph suit. So you can have
like
a big
full wetsuit.
Yeah. It's not like that. Oh, I guess we could, but then their feeties would be and hands would be poking out. But it still have a helmet. So you have bikini. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Man or woman. Trunks. And we're not talking about Trunk Brief from Dragon Ball Z. A One Piece, and no, we're not talking about biggest anime ever. That wasn't Tankini, and no, I'm not talking about Tanuki. A Tankini, Nicole, you'd look so nice in a Tankini.
Next.
Then a Speedo. It's just a guy with a helmet on in a Speedo. I could make that happen, actually. I might still have... No, I think I threw those away. I was in swim team. And then finally, the Six Ranger would be old-timey striped gender-neutral One Piece, you know, from the early 20s-ish. That'd be pretty sweet, Nicole. What you think?
Sure.
Who would be their enemy? Would it be, I guess it would be like a Christian organization telling you to like cover up?
No, I was going to say like they're all sea monsters.
Oh, dude, that's so dope.
You weirdo.
Or they'd be the patrol at the boardwalk. So it'd be different boardwalk employees.
You mean they're lifeguards?
No, but no, at the boardwalk. You know, like the cops at the boardwalk and, yeah, lifeguards. But then you also, the other monsters would represent...
No, they're like the Coast Guard.
Okay, yeah. And then the monsters would represent the different businesses, like staples of a boardwalk. So you got your ice cream parlors, your soda jerks.
No.
Would be one thing. Pretty much anything in Beach City would be thrown in as a monster. Steven Universe, baby.
Sea creatures.
And then we have from @partially_baddie office stationery. So you have things like sticky notes, legal pads, memos, stamps, because I found out stamps is stationery. College ruled paper and monogrammed letterhead.
Yeah.
They would be the fancy Six Ranger.
That's terrible.
Yeah, these aren't supposed to be good. So who would be their enemy? Wait, quickly to go back to It Takes Two to Toku, I think fruits would be their enemy.
Okay.
Because it's fruits versus vegetables. Who's going to win? Any if they're in my mouth. Who would be the enemy for office stationery?
Sorry, I was thinking.
Say it. She's bent over on a table with arm in her head.
I was gonna say they call my dick a vegetable.
What? Do elaborate.
Because they're in your mouth, scrub numb. And they're winning.
Oh, Nicole, I'm in love with you. Oh, okay. Was just making sure we were still recording because that was gold. So who would be, I was just thinking like different fire devices, a
For
lighter
what?
for the enemies of the office stationery.
Oh.
Or I guess like.
Fire.
Yeah. Because fire catches paper
no,
on fire.
it would be like the post office.
Okay. Or I guess like pencils and scissors too.
Sure. Yeah.
Those are all at the post office. So yeah, let's get post office, and then you also have packages that could get them abound.
Exactly.
Or well, I guess like the office stationaries, like who they're trying to defeat is incompetency of people who just like, I forgot that. And it's like, well, it was a stick-it note right on your computer. I left it there for you.
So something that's intangible.
Yes, exactly. Like office stationery.
Perfect. What's the next one?
All right, we got I might have spelled it's at Arsef, Aresef. I believe that's what it is, and I spelt it down incorrectly. Or it's Aersef. They said deli meats. So I wrote down some deli meats, some roast beef, bologna, salami, ham, sausage, poultry combo, so chicken and turkey, and then pastrami. Ooh, manja.
Are all the Rangers?
Yes. So I guess like the health inspectors would be.
They're saving the earth from
Health inspectors, or I guess hunger and
sorry?
famine. I was thinking their enemies would be health inspectors. Because they come in and say, like, you got a D, and it's like, no, we actually got an A. Shing!
No, that doesn't. Sorry.
Speak up. I was Nicole. Whoa, you're beautiful. I guess, like, hunger and famine, or like corporations coming in and trying to drive like home delis out, mom and pop delis. I don't know. Guys, actually, let us know. People who wrote this in.
Just be like foodborne illnesses.
Yeah, I guess.
Like mold and E. coli.
Oh, get out of here. Yeah, let's do that.
Small children.
Small children, get them out of here.
They're always just palming shit.
And time, because time makes it expired.
Yeah, father time, mother time.
Oh my God, father time
baby
is
time.
their enemy. Baby time? What?
I don't know.
That's baby New Year, you're thinking.
The spice.
Mother Earth and Father Time have sex once a year and then squirt out baby New Year. Yeah. Because he squirts it out of his dick and it migrates into Mother Time and it incubates. All right. Next up, we have
yes.
a similar one. I meant to space these out, but I did it wrong. At Sentai 5 is spelled out, different food groups. So I took this
but
as
is Sentai spelled out?
Yes. My dick's like a vegetable.
Then call my dick a cucumber.
So the different food groups, I took that as the food pyramid. So the Red Ranger would be breads, rice, and pasta, the most important of the food group.
That's one food group.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Then green is vegetable. We're getting some double dips. Yellow is fruit.
Sure.
They call my dick that. White is, of course, dairy and yogurt.
Okay.
We learned about yogurt last episode.
Uh-huh.
Then black is meats, beans, and nuts.
Yeah.
And then the Sixth Ranger is fats and sugars.
Yeah.
Maybe a little oil.
Yoy.
So what would I guess their enemy would be bureaucracy.
Whoa.
Because they're telling us how much of these rangers we can eat.
What?
Or I guess since it's based on the food pyramid, it should be they're fighting obesity.
Yeah, like they would be fighting children because they're not eating properly.
No, well, the enemies would be titans of industry trying to force like, oh, I bet you would love all this bread, and then they're feeding it to someone who has like celiac. Those are people who can't eat bread, right?
And the team leader is Michelle Obama.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Fuck yeah.
Finally, we have a female Red Ranger.
Fuck yeah. No, I just mean like the sensei.
Oh, okay, the leader. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And then, next episode, someone's like, oh, vegetables are good for you. You can eat as many as you want, but it's like making kids' stomachs burst. Or
no, you don't want to scare kids.
Or they're feeding them like old vegetables or spicy vegetables.
No, the thing would be that like they're trying to get kids to eat bad food. And the Rangers are like, no.
Oh, okay. Actually, we could do like, well, Gatorade is fruit flavored, so it's good for you. And that's the enemies doing it. And then they're like, no, it has too much sugar. And then the Sixth Ranger's like, yeah, you got to eat me responsibly.
Don't.
But, not in that
Okay.
phrasing. It'll be translated that, and we'll read it that, and we'll be like, and then we, learn the language and say, oh, here's what they actually meant. And then finally, we got @Hit People Guy, aka Steve F. He gave us 2 major forms of artistic expression, i.e. painting, sculptures, music, poetry, and dance, or art movements, surrealism, Art Deco, Baroque, Fauvism,
Nailed it.
Cubism, and Brutalism. And that's the Sixth Ranger.
Yeah.
So I guess those would be like jocks and shit trying to ruin your paintings. Or if it's the painting ones, it could be the art appraisers who are just really in it for the money because they say, well, I appraised this art piece at $2 million, where a rich person bought it for $20,000. They donate it and then get the $2 million donation credit, and then they don't have to pay taxes.
Okay.
That's how fine art appraiser.
It sounds like a terrible show. So yes.
No, but then they're trying to fight that.
Yeah.
They're like, get out of here, you hipster ass art appraisers, and then they stab them good. It's a hard R TVMA version.
No.
And then Nicole, I got mine. Do you have yours?
Nope.
All right. Well, I thought the dumbest one would be Fortune 500 companies. It's the top 5. So, no, get out of here. No thanks.
What exactly does that mean?
It's just in the US, the companies that make the most money.
Okay, got it.
So here are the top, technically the top 5, but I broke it up into 6. So the number 1, this is our Red Ranger, Walmart. They like to like look good, and they're like, hey, we're doing good stuff, but they need to treat their employees better, so they're a little rough around the edges. Number 2, the Black Ranger, ExxonMobil. That's who the Black Ranger is representing. Number 3.
I think you don't understand what the concept is. They're supposed to be heroes.
Yeah, I know. This is why it's dumb. So all this is just an advertisement within the it's just integrated marketing.
No, it's bad.
For this, yes.
No, you don't understand the concept.
And then our Green Ranger, green as an apple. Then number 4 is they'll be like twins or siblings. One is Berkshire and the other is Hathaway. They're just a huge conglomerate who own like Dairy Queen and shit. And then our Sixth Ranger, this person, scum of the earth, because it's Amazon.com.
Yeah. Yellow Ranger.
Oh, man. Do you got yours, though, Nicole? Or who would their enemies be? I guess like the proletariat? Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
This is a season where the heroes are the bourgeoisie, the middle class, and the enemies are the peasants and lower poverty.
Mine would be kitchen appliances. Like toaster, blender, coffee maker.
Oh, so hot.
Toaster oven,
oven
stuff.
toaster. Whoa.
Exactly.
A toaster as big as an oven?
Whoa.
Oh, you could fit a whole pizza in there. You could fit a whole live chicken in there. Well, yeah, that's the... Wait, why would it be alive? It's from BlockHead, guys. Watch it.
Yeah.
Newgrounds, baby. Which he recently put HD versions of it up.
Yes.
So, I mean, by recently, I mean like 4 years ago, but the Swain. All right, that was fun.
Yeah.
If you guys are listening and you put these in, let us know who you would want your enemies to be. Or if you didn't write these, let us know if you have examples as swell. Oh, muy fuego. But Nicole, let's get in today's episode.
Mm-hmm.
Because, oh, wow, we are 38 in.
Mm-hmm.
So we got like 15 minutes to talk about this. Today, we watched episode maybe 39 or something around there, entitled Naniwhatever Anyway, a Scramble Intersection Robo. And in this episode, a bat boy Bowzock betrays our bewildered green racer with an exploding hole, only to redeem himself in the end, kind of?
Kind of.
So what'd you think of this ep, Nicole?
I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah, me too. I did like the night record in the beginning. That whole setup was super. It just looked good.
Night record.
Like it was nighttime.
When?
Right in the beginning when they're doing construction work.
Oh, yeah.
It was nighttime out. It reminded me of, I don't know.
But I didn't realize that they were on Earth when they were doing that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I initially thought they were underground until I've watched this episode now like 3 or 4 times where you can see in the background like some skyscrapers. So I'm like, oh, this is them just behind a building.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I figured out later on because that's where they put the explosions.
Yeah. And the Wumpers, I love when they talk. So we see
Sound like
Zelmoda.
Yoshi.
Yoshi! Don't you dare tell me that isn't Yoshi when you find a friggin' red snapper and it goes, Yahoo! But we see Zelmoda and he's like, oh, I'm planting a bomb and explosives underneath the cityscape here on Ursh. And the Wumpers, they're like, we doing good.
And he's like, I hate manual labor.
And then Exhaust says, yo, how's this doing? And so they created this, as I described in the intro, the city version of a dug hole trap with leaves and grass over it.
Yeah.
So they do that by like exploding a square block when the Rangers are standing on it and they fall down, but also that enacts a crucifix? Actually, I don't understand this now.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah. Why did they need to explode when was that just to catch them off guard?
Yeah.
But then what makes them go on the crucifix? Is it just chains coming out?
Yes.
This is, okay, guys, never mind. This is a weird as fuck episode. I forgot about the crucifixion.
Yeah, you did.
So I forgot where I was. Oh, okay, so the Exhaust is like, hey, this has to work. If you guys do it correctly, this is just on you because I gave you the money, I gave you the idea, and I gave you the materials for this. And that sounds so much like a shitty friend of like, yeah, well, I invited you guys here. Just like, be thankful because I ordered the pizza. I paid for that. No one asked me to do it. And it's like, yeah, no one asked you to do it. You're being a good friend. Why are you expecting more out of us when you're doing this to be a good friend when in reality you're just being a psychic vampire?
What?
A psychic vampire in the LaVeyan Satanism sense is different than a psychic vampire in what we do in the shadows, where it's someone who will be like, hey, so
someone just trying to manipulate you.
Yeah, pretty much. Of like, oh, do this thing. Like, hey, you want to help me move? Oh, awesome. And then like 10 weeks later, you're like, hey, can you do this thing? And then they're like, oh, no, I can't do that. And then they're like, well, I helped you move that one time.
So my sister?
Oh, and honestly, she's been actually checking out our stuff lately. So maybe we should calm down. She checked out one thing, so never mind. Probably because your mom asked her to.
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I'll call a bish out.
Oh, and calling a bish out. My dad still hasn't listened to that album or let me know what he thinks. So
Sorry, Ashley, but it's true. Like, I helped you move like 6 times just because I wanted to help out. And then you helped me move once. And then for some reason thought that I owed you shit for it.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, when I helped her move once too, and then I felt bad at the end because I was like, "No, guys, we really need to go. I need to pee for a long time, really bad."
Yeah, and then after that, I still helped her move.
Dang.
Only because I wanted to.
Wait, you helped her move again?
Yeah, I've helped her move so many times.
Wait, recently?
The time that you're talking about.
Yeah, like after that, you helped her. Oh, okay. That was fun helping her move. There wasn't a lot of stuff, so and it wasn't like. All we had to do was just unload it into a storage unit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys, if you want to know that storage unit, it's located at, I don't know.
They probably don't rent it anymore, so.
Let's find out. We have the keys. I made a copy.
No, you didn't.
You don't know what I was doing in that bathroom for a really long time? Exactly.
Petting a dog.
I wish. No, that dog was too hyper.
Yeah.
I don't like dogs unless they're lazy as fuck. I don't also like cats unless they're lazy as fuck.
You also don't like people unless they're lazy as fuck.
Yeah, pretty much.
I get into my notes. Why do in all the show? It's like in all the shows, not just like one, not just this show, but it's like all of them.
Wait, all of the Sentai shows or just all of the shows?
All of the shows.
Okay.
When they're like, quote unquote, like tuning in to what other people are doing, it's always on a TV.
Because that's how you tune in. There are times when...
You know what I mean? Like they're just like somehow watching, like Dapu's somehow watching the Rangers fighting on a TV. But it's like, why isn't it like something like magical or just like literally anything else? It's always like a TV screen in like every fucking show.
Well, Pandora in Ranger uses a big ol' pirate's magnifying glass.
Mm-hmm.
A telescope,
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
I believe that's what she uses. She doesn't use a TV because she's a witch.
Sure.
Harry. In Harry Potter, are female wizards? Or do they call them witches? They don't say warlock, do they? I know Calabar's a warlock, and the Cromwells are witches.
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm trying to think. There are, sometimes there are crystal balls. There are like seeing pools.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Okay.
always on a TV.
Okay.
But I think TVs are just the easiest to do.
Yeah, production-wise.
Yeah. You just put a bunch of TVs around that are just laying around.
Yeah.
CRT TVs.
No special effects needed.
None at all. So we see Kyosuke. He's walking and he's like, oh, wonder where Minoru's at. And he's walking like a cowboy, just like real bow-legged. And that do you remember this?
Okay.
It's right in the beginning, like unnaturally bow-legged.
Sure.
And in middle school, a friend of mine, she said, hey, you can tell a woman is not a virgin because they'll walk like bow-legged opposed to like not. Because because they've had like a penis inside of them to like
oh my God.
mess them up like a horse would.
What the fuck?
I know. This person, like looking back, was so influential in the like the lore that I knew, because this is the same person who was like, oh yeah, I wasn't at school because that trailer we all hang out at. Everyone got scabies. It's that person, and I talk about them all the time.
Oh my gosh.
I won't say their names though.
Yeah.
Because of the scabies thing, not because
Sure.
of the But yeah, that's hey guys out there, if you're seeing anyone walking bow-legged, either they've ridden a horse or they've had something up in them.
I wrote, it's Rouge.
What? Oh, because so Rouge the Bat.
Yeah.
And our person's a bat.
Yeah.
It had what?
Wings.
Oh.
You wanted me to say boobs.
Yeah. Boobies be breathing.
Yeah.
Just had insane either cleavage or just a huge deep V with pecs.
Just big old pecs.
Yeah, just Terry Crews style moving them.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
It was good.
I wasn't thinking what I was saying.
I know, you were just... That's why I had to repeat it, 'cause I was like, that's the filler you chose?
Oh, boy. Oh, po' boy. But yeah, I would love to, it's crazy how, because I've looked for it, there isn't a lot of Sentai hentai. Well, and it's perfect. Sentai hentai. Mm-hmm. Except I believe there's a lot of Carranger and maybe like Carranger. Mm-hmm. For some reason, those ones are popping up. I think there's a couple Reen.
Oh, but Rouge the Bat.
Oh, well, yes, there's tons of Rouge the Bats. And I was thinking there should be like Baton and Rouge the Bat doing this.
No, because he's gross looking.
Oh, well, drawing, he might not be. Next time we go over to Eric and Teresa's, we'll look to see the design of him in their book because they have the blue version.
Oh, yeah.
They got Carranger. We don't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can't.
All right. I loved that they have this alarm, the Bowzock alarm. And Beton says, hey, I am not I'm a victim of the Bowzock. They're coming after me. I need to hide.
Yeah.
And Dapu said, should we trust him? Because the Bowzock alarm does not go off for reformed Bowzock. And I thought that was just like...
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
So cute. If a Bowzock is reformed, they're like, oh yeah, the alarm doesn't go off. They're no longer Bowzock.
Yeah, what?
But it's like, okay, it would be like, oh, it's smoke coming from a smoke machine. It's not going to go off on the smoke detector, but it's still like a smoke detector can't have that technology. Then all of a sudden, Dapu comes out. He could make a lot of money with that technology.
Yeah, if he invented a smoke detector that didn't go off when you...
Okay, no, but what I'm saying... Okay, let me rephrase this. Think of that. Like an alarm that only goes off for specific things.
Talk. You're just saying shit. You're just yeah, that's a great idea, Self.
Okay, I apologize. I did not string that together. It's not a circle yet. Okay, so think of it like this. All of a sudden, oh my God, there's spies in the United States government. We can then create an alarm that it's like, oh, we know these people's intents.
That's a different thing, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you can create an alarm that shows people's personality.
James, this is like a fake show, right?
I'm just saying he could be making mint. Money in the bank. Clickety clank. Those are really all my notes besides going into the crucifixion and drilling a hole in their chest.
Yeah, that weapon was cool.
Yeah. It was this wand with a drill at the end.
But the drill had spikes on it.
Oh, which is dangerous. It's like a Digimon.
What about how the Green Ranger tries to save them with the power of friendship?
He does. I thought you were going to say how the Green Ranger keeps trying to name this new thing. And they're like, no, no, no.
What?
Oh, he was like, oh, this is the new super mega cool Zord. And they're like, hey, stop trying to name this on your own. We'll workshop this. Mm-hmm. We'll do a brainstorm session.
Yeah, I was like, I should write down what this thing is called, but then I didn't.
Me too.
I know I had Nani in the name, and that was in the episode title, and I was like, that probably coincides, but I didn't write it down.
Nawa.
No.
Okay. And then what are some of my quick notes?
You just said you didn't have any.
I have one note, but it's not related to this.
Liar.
I have tiny cuts on my body, on my fingers, hand, and also my tongue, but I don't know where they're coming from.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Stigmata, baby.
Okay.
I don't know if
I burnt myself real bad.
Chia getting a pizza out the oven. Maybe.
Muffins.
Ooh. The greatest part of the muffin is the top. From 30 Rock? Mm-hmm. The Muffin Top song?
Yep.
I had that on my MP3 player and would just play it on repeat.
Yeah, 'cause you're weird.
Yeah, and also Werewolf Bar Mitzvah, spooky, scary.
Yeah, 'cause you're a goof.
And the Kim Possible theme.
Yeah, 'cause you're a nerd.
Chia, pet.
What? What are you saying?
Huh?
That was you.
Huh?
There's a chunky child just yelling obscenities outside.
Wait, for real? Like fuck and shit and cock?
No, they're just going like, yeah.
Scream at him, say like, you chunky as hell.
No.
How do you know it's a chunky child?
I don't know. It was a joke.
Uh-oh, don't joke on my weight.
It was a joke.
Oh,
They
okay.
also weren't screaming obscenities.
Yeah, they were saying,
You
piss,
don't
shit, cock.
know what a joke is.
They're just screaming out George Carlin's 5 words you can't say on radio or TV. I think it was actually 10. And then Elijah Dushku plays it, and it's like, ho.
So their thing gets crucified, and then the other thing gets drilled in its heart. So then they like disassemble and then reassemble to the other thing that was chained up.
Yep.
Which for some reason doesn't have arms and legs now.
No, because they disconnected the arms and legs from that one.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. That's how, no, okay, so there's VRV Robo. That's the one chained up. They disconnected the arms and legs because those weren't, and then they put those on the RV Robo's body and torso. The torso and head, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's why it didn't have arms and legs anymore. That's why it became a new thing, is because it had VRV Robo's arms and legs, but RV Robo's head and torso. Let's go back to the tapes.
No, because the thing is its own thing.
What are you saying?
The one robot.
Okay, what don't you understand here? It would be like Bionicle. You have the red Bionicle and the blue Bionicle. Well, you mix and match pieces of each Bionicle to make a new thing.
But they didn't do that.
They did do that.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Hold on. I have Tubi TV on my iPod now. I can pull this up and we can check. Yeah, guys, check out Tubi TV. Yes, they did do that.
No, they didn't.
Yes, then why would he have no arms and legs?
That's why
I'm
he's
bigger.
saying.
That's why he's bigger. Like, he's more bulky in the arms and legs compared to the torso and head. No, I don't care about.
Yeah, because they're parts from the other robot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. Here is what, okay, what do you not understand?
Why he doesn't have arms and legs?
Yes, because the arms and legs went onto RV Robos.
No, they didn't.
Oh my, okay, we have to look at this now. Okay.
You're saying that the arms and legs came off of the first robot and went onto the second one.
No, yes, yeah, pretty much.
And then went back onto the first one, and that's why it looks different?
Wait, no. It went on, okay, so it's RV Robos. Okay, I'm on the scene right now, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just check what happens. Okay, this is when they are just RV Robo in it.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, so let's go back and then I will, hold on, it's rewinding. This is them saying, oh, we'll break apart. And then...
Yup.
Maybe we just don't know what each other's saying. Okay, then just play on that and tell me what is happening.
Great.
LeGrot. I guess I should just hang over your head right now so I can watch as well.
No, this is too soon. There. Okay. They're on the crucifix.
Yes.
Getting the shit beat out of them.
Yeah. Oh my God, we are live. I wish that we could go double speed on this.
I think I went back.
Yes, but I went to the break apart. There's no reason the sound is not on. There are subtitles you can read. Oh my God.
Yeah, the separate vehicles come out to fight with RV Robo.
Yes.
They jump out of the first one.
Yes, besides...
to get into those cars.
Yes, besides...
and form RV Robo.
Yes, RV Robo comes out.
Yes.
And then when RV Robo gets pinned down, they break apart.
Yeah.
And what gets broken apart from RV Robo is the torso and the head. Those come out. Then VRV Robo, who is crucified, the arms and legs come off from VRV Robo, who is crucified, and then connect to RV Robo, who is just the torso and the head.
But why would they do that? The torso is what has a hole in it.
I don't know. It doesn't, yes, that part doesn't make sense.
What the fuck?
But I think it's because, I know why. It doesn't have a hole in it yet, but when they were trying to hold off the drill thing, it broke their arms. Like, those couldn't work anymore. So they were like, we need to get out of here as quickly as possible. Let's break off what we can break off because the head still has its wheelie wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And those two things mash together and win.
No, you're wrong.
What? How am I wrong?
They have not formed into the second thing yet.
Oh, you went back way too far.
Shut up.
How far did you go back?
Yeah, and gets drilled in the center of it.
Yes. And then they are about to break off.
What shall we do?
Yes, remember I commented on how in VRV Robo, when there's the separate cars, they are in their tiny go-karts inside the car.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only Red Ranger and Blue Racer who dismerge from RV Robo. This does not matter. Oh my, I still have so much to read.
You said you had no notes left.
No, I mean of the fucking outro shit.
What outro shit?
The outro shit I have been doing for the past 4 weeks.
Yeah, I know, that was a joke.
I'll rip you apart.
Rip us apart. That's it. Let's split apart.
Okay, you are exactly where I was.
Yup. So I can fully understand what the fuck is going on. Yeah,
Yeah, what?
They took the arms and legs off the crucified one.
Yes.
To put it onto the one
that got drilled. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, and then I said, why would they use that? Because how would it still work if it got drilled?
Yeah, because the arms got blown out, and those were the only two things still working.
Yeah, it's confusing.
So Nicole,
what?
I politely ask you to kiss my piss. What are you doing now?
Kiss my piss. Well, I'm this far. I figured I might as well see what the fuck it's called.
Oh, I was going to be like...
Naniwhatever Robo Special.
Okay, so there was a Y in there.
Yes.
Okay, Nicole, I'm done with my notes. Are you please done?
Though?
Yes, are you please done with your notes?
Please. For the love of God. Last thing. Okay, they're on that bridge, and then he goes... I'm not depressed at all.
And then there isn't like...
And just starts singing the Tigers theme song.
And there isn't like them coming together to hug and say like, hey man.
Real depressing.
He just walks away from his friends. And this is never brought up in the story ever again, I don't think.
It said to be continued.
Every episode says to be continued. This is never addressed. Him being depressed and feeling... never can trust again. It's real sad, guys. Probably the saddest step.
There was a funny part where he was like, when they were like debating whether or not they should trust him, and he was like, he'll never lie to us. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, he was like, what do I think? Me? He's a really great guy.
Yeah, just really putting it on, you know?
He's probably thinking, oh, so last week the space alien who eats the cement, that's the one we can trust, but not this guy who loves my cooking? God, I can never catch a break. He really can never catch a break.
So sad.
Yeah. All right, Nicole, what you got to plug?
I got to plug darlinghomebody.com. Darling Homebody on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr. Mostly Instagram. Patreon.com/darlinghomebody for monthly sticker, and probably by the time this comes out, also secret store where you can buy all the older Patreon exclusive stickers and stuff.
Chia! Hey guys, first, if you're looking for tokusatsu news, go over to tokusatsunetwork.com or the TokuNet on Twitter. We're a proud podcast partner with Partner, and they're great. Go check them out. But if you'd like to check more of me out, maybe my new rap album that is on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon, Deezer, YouTube, everything. I will have a link to my link tree so you can easily find it where it's available. Please, just even if you listen to one song and you're like, this is okay, just leave the rest of it on mute. I don't care. If you have Google Chrome, you can mute tabs. Just do it there. I'm fine with that. Just you taking the time and effort to do that, oh baby, it's very appreciated. But you can also go over to mlmpod.com to find out information about my other podcasts such as This Movie's Gay, What the Hell Mouth, and Hit It and Crit It. And if you want to hear Patreon exclusive content that you can't hear anywhere else, like Engage with Nicolas Cage, the Toku Reading Corner, or Talking About Beyblade, go over to patreon.com/MLMpod. And if you're a $10 or up, but please just keep it at $10. If it's up, we could never reciprocate. But those $10 patrons, oh my God, they get weekly shout outs right here where I write them into Carranger. So let's begin. First, we have Steve F, aka Hit People Guy, the most charitable man in all of the Sentai Singleverse. Seeing how deceitful behavior began running rampant shortly after Baton's two-faced tenure, he knew the world's trust needed some mending. So, Steve created a new social media app called Trust Fund, where you get credits and rewards, like lava lamp alarm clocks and turn-of-the-century bubblegum machines, for honestly answering other users' questions about themselves. And to be honest, Steve did have good intentions for the app, except it quickly became congested with moms guilting their children into telling them "I love you," only to receive radio silence, as well as high school teens asking each other if their tits are good. Sorry, Steve F., but unfortunately the internet is a cesspool of horny terror. Next, we have Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, the rightful Red Racer, never bitter of the clerical error that pushed him to the shadows where he can watch his team champion over the Bowzock every week. I mean, normally he's never boastful with braggadocio when he's a better leader from the shadows, but he totally knew this bat dude was shady from the get-go. Come on, guys, the scoundrel's eyes changed to red, for crying out loud. Granted, the Rangers eventually figured it out, but Eric, you could have dressed up as a creepy nurse of horror, let them know, and still remained anonymous. But at last, you stick to your morals and dedication to free-range leadering, and no one can fault you for that, sir. Next up is C. As the biggest Carranger fanatic and most distinguished Carranger journalist, she only trusts hard facts with harder evidence. But boy, you better believe that there have been some crackpot Carranger conspiracies thrown on her editor's desk. Anything from the Pink Racer secretly being a Bowzock turncoat who's actually a robotic velociraptor, the Blue and Yellow Racers being star-crossed lovers forever apart due to the WAZ's very, very strict employee dating restrictions, or that there's some true Red Racer waiting in the shadows. Wait, that one might be true, C, but without that harder evidence, she's not committing it to ink. Sorry, Eric, but maybe someday you'll have your day in the spotlight. And finally, Alex Z, aka The Waz. As the newly minted captain at the helm of Pegasus Auto, you can imagine her shot coming to work to see all 6 of her employees, 6 including Dapu, at each other's throats with trust issues. Seeing Yoko screaming at Minoru because she thinks he put down the wrong prices on invoices, Naoki swearing up and down that Natsumi didn't mold the spoiler right from his designs, and Kyosuke confident that Dapu didn't put the seat back how he likes it in the test car. She had to think quick. Luckily for us, she's manager extraordinaire and knew just the trust-building exercises to get things back to the happy establishment they once were. From falling back into each other's arms, intimate eye contact for 60 full seconds, and confiding in each other with blackmail-worthy evidence the courts would love to hear, all were a success, and within hours the team was back and better than ever. She also gave Steve F's Trust Fund app a try during the process, but quickly stopped after realizing everyone was using it to send hurtful comments to Dapu. And that's it for the shoutouts. Thank you again to our $10 patrons and all our other patrons like It Takes Two to Toku and our boy Tito. Hey, you get a little shout out, but not a big old one. But my name's Ben James.
I'm Nicole.
And we've been Mostly Speakin Sentai. Bye-bye.
Chicken. We a chicken. That's blue, bro.
This is green.
That's blue.
Oh my god.
It's teal. It's in between. It's not green though. It's not
more
Christmas.
Green than it is blue.
No, it is not. It is equal parts.
You insane-eyed man. Okay. You're insane-eyed man. Yeah, you. All right. Guys, this will be bloopers. The shirt I'm wearing is obviously green.
Okay.
That's more teal than, but I would say that's a little more blue than it is green, the shirt you're wearing.
Yes.
Yeah, this is straight green.
Okay.
You want it? We'll take a picture of this. We'll scan it in, then check on Photoshop to, do the eyedropper and see what color it comes up with. It'll be, this is a light green.
What if it says 50% blue, 50% green?
I don't know. Okay. Sorry, Eric. Maybe. Sorry, Eric. Maybe some. Sorry, Eric. Maybe someday. Sorry, Eric. Sorry, Eric. But some. Sorry, Eric. Sorry, Eric. Maybe someday. Sorry, Eric. Maybe some. Sorry, Eric. But maybe someday you'll have your light in the spot. Your light in the spotlight. Sorry, Eric. But maybe. Sorry, Eric. I know. Well, maybe you read and write some of these. At each other's throats with Oh.